It's finally time for me to enter my first Pokemon Draft League on the main cartridge for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. A Pokemon Draft League is where players, called coaches, each take turns drafting unique Pokemon, then battling each other weekly until one coach is crowned the champion. In this video, I'll be taking a deep dive into your DFW Bisharp's roster Pokemon for this season and why I selected each member. Stay tuned to the end to find the full team. This draft was a snake-style draft, meaning it starts at pick 1, then goes to pick 16, then it goes from pick 16 to pick 1. With the players on both ends getting picks back-to-back, except for the coach in first, who doesn't get a back-to-back pick till after the first round. I ended up at pick 5, which is a solid spot overall. And there were a lot of strong Pokemon still available, like Spectrier, Darkrai, and Palafin. That said, I had a different approach in mind. So my round 1 pick ended up being Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt is a great round 1 pick because there is realistically so much you can pair with it. It's slow, but it can tank almost any hit with the right EV investment and item. Plus, it's one of the strongest special attackers in the format and can go first regardless of speed thanks to Priority Thunderclap. And because it's an electric and dragon type, it provides valuable resistances as well to flying, water, and fire type attacks that can be hard to come by, and delivers powerful stab thunderbolts and Draco Meteors, plus even can set up with Calm Mind. Round 2, I wanted to secure some speed. And while I could have picked up Greninja, which is one of my favorite speed Pokemon, I decided to take a slightly more sinister approach with Sneasler. Sneasler is a fighting and poison type Pokemon with a very high physical attack stat. It has 2 excellent offensive abilities in Poison Touch and Unburden, in the former allowing any of its contact moves to have a chance to poison, and Unburden in allowing Sneasler to double its already high speed stat when its item is consumed. Its stabs include the amazing Close Combat and the incredibly evil move Dire Claw. Dire Claw is a move that has a 50% chance to sleep, poison, or paralyze the Pokemon it makes contact with, which is kind of absurd. It also gets the ever-incredible U-turn to allow it to damage something and then switch out if needed, and Throat Chop take ghost types. Sneasler's primary purpose on this team is to break the grass types, fairy types, and steel types that Raging Bolt can sometimes struggle to hit, since Sneasler hits all 3 types for super effective damage. As soon as I picked up Sneasler, I knew of a perfect Pokemon to support my top 2. No monkey business, it's Rillaboom. Generation 8's Grass-type starter was the cleanest fit ever. Its Grassy Surge ability is a big asset for the team. Grassy Surge sets up grassy terrain whenever the monkey hits the field. Grassy terrain does 3 things. First, it heals all Pokemon by 1/16 of their health every turn. Second, it weakens the power of Earthquake, which is great because both members of my team are weak to ground. And third, it lets Sneasler run the Grassy Seed item, which gets consumed when the holder is on the field with grassy terrain, giving an easy way to trigger Unburden. But Rillaboom does bring more to the table than just terrain. It also has a strong priority move in Grassy Glide, a powerful Wood Hammer that smacks the water and ground types for super effective damage that my team can struggle with, pivoting support via U-turn, item removal by a knockoff, and a switch in to ground type attacks, which my team desperately needed. Going into round 4, I wanted a few things. Utility, more speed, and a fairy type. And it turns out my favorite option for all of these roles was still available. Welcome back, Screentail. I've talked a lot about Screentail in the past and how annoying this Pokemon is to face. Its best traits are a very fast Encore to force opponents to repeatedly use ineffective moves, a really high HP stat for passing wishes, is to heal the party, and just doing everything in its considerable move pool to annoy the crap out of anyone facing it. It has so many tools I plan to take advantage of this season, if at all possible, including Thunder Wave, Stealth Rocks, and even Screen Support. And I'm not afraid to get creative with it either, so definitely expect plenty more than just the basics. Screentail is also really nice because it adds extra support for my next pick, Ursaluna. Ursaluna is a strong ground and normal type which will be acting as my main physical breaker, my ghost immunity, and my electric immunity. Its gust-boosted facades, earthquakes, and headlong rushes are the stuff that true damage is made of. It doesn't have much real utility other than using Assault Vest really well, but it will pretty consistently take 1 or 2 other Pokemon down before it dies. Plus, it takes on the poison types that my team can't currently hit very well, and benefits from the healing provided by both Rillaboom's Grassy Terrain and Screamtail's Wish Support. Now, my team was looking very weak to Ice types at this point, and I also really wanted a way to remove hazards off the field so that Screamtail, Raging Bolt, and Ursaluna don't have to deal with them. So I grabbed one of my personal favorite water type starters, Blastoise. Blastoise provides resistances to fire, water, and ice type moves, which are always incredibly helpful, and gives me the rapid spin that I wanted so I can remove the hazards. Plus, it can keep up momentum with Flip Turn, and can even sweep in certain situations, thanks to Shell Smash, as well as the Iron Defense Body Press combination. Pokemon lucky number 7 is Registeel. Because I waited as long as I did before picking up my Steel type, I didn't really have a whole lot of options. Thankfully, Registeel is at least a workable choice. It can set up Stealth Rocks, it can status Pokemon with Thunder Wave, take on any Fairy type attacks and hits in general, and in certain matchups it can even sweep with Iron Defense and Body Press. Last physical attacker, I promise. Because my Poison doesn't resist Fairy, I wanted a second resist, and I wanted to punish Ice, Grass, and Steel types better, so I grabbed Entei. Entei is a very powerful fire type that punishes every physical attacker that switches into it thanks to its move Sacred Fire, which has a high burn chance of 50%. It's a powerful user of Choice Band and Calm Mind sets, and has incredible priority and extreme speed for picking off weakened targets as well. I still didn't have a Dark type or a Flying type yet, and I needed a second special attacker, so I grabbed Iron Jugulis in the penultimate round. Jug is a strong special attacker like I mentioned previously, and it's also pretty fast. This Robo Hydreigon has a powerful Stab Hurricane and Dark Pulse, fast pivots and U-turn, and about every coverage move it could ever want. Its job is to deal with bulky Psychics and Ghost types for Sneasler and Ursaluna, and be a ground immunity that my team didn't have. Realizing I had 2 points left, I just grabbed Mischievous. I grabbed Mischievous because it is a Ghost type with Levitate, meaning it provides a fighting immunity, a normal immunity, a rapid spin blocking, and it provides a ground immunity to boot. Plus, it has a bunch of useful utility moves, which it's mainly here for, including Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave, Trick, Spin Blocking, but realistically, it's not going to come to that many games. Finally, at the end of the draft, we were allowed to pick 2 Pokemon on our team that were allowed to Terrasilize. These 2 Pokemon can Terrasilize into any type, but I have to tell my opponent what that Terra type is at the start of the battle. And the 2 Pokemon I selected to be my Terra captains for this season are Raging Bolt and Registeel. Primarily, I chose them because it was the best combination that I had available to me. It makes it easier for them to sweep in certain circumstances, and it just, in general, makes them a lot better Pokemon. And that's the team. I personally am very excited about using this team, and I hope I do well. And I'd also like to thank all the wonderful people who helped me with the draft. These people are my friends Ava, Kara, Frosty Random, and Dashing Sceptile. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like and click subscribe, as it helps me out a lot as a growing YouTube channel. And leave a comment telling me below what Pokemon you're most excited to see do battle over the next 7 or so weeks. And that's all I got. See you next time.